What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing today? Chia here, coming with a brand new video. For this video, we are going to be doing some ranked and casual battles for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. If you guys want to go ahead and watch this video, feel free. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. But let's get into the video. Alright, everyone, since I said let's get back into the video. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be doing some versus battles for our online competitions. And he's rank 1. Oh, wow. So we see Dracovish, Gyarados, Typhonol, Lucario, Glaceon, Dubwool. So this team consists of a bunch of Steel, Ice, Water, Normals. I see Duraludon actually putting in a lot of work against this team, especially with the fact if this Gyarados does have, it is an adamant nature. But for the most part, what I can say is I can go with my Hydreigon as the first priority, and then Charizard as my second solution. And then I can actually go with my Duraludon as my last option as the back burner, just in case if the Gyarados ends up, wrecking my entire team. But we're just going to be trying our best at this point. Not going to try to, get mad or anything like that, because, they are battles. You have to accept when you win or lose. So he throws out a Dubwool as his first Mon. So we could be seeing this Dubwool actually just, attacking as like a regular Mon. But we're going to go ahead and just throw off a Dark Pulse and try to see if we can get like some flinches going around. And like I said, we do have the choice specs. It gives us an extra 50% power. And we are faster than Dubwool. And that does a lot of damage. And he goes for Cotton Guard, so he's actually just trying to go ahead and brace up its defenses. So the first turn was actually pretty good. And right now we are locked into Dark Pulse. But if there is another Mon that is going to come out that is probably like Gyarados or Dracovish, then we can go ahead and switch, or actually Dynamax our Hydreigon, depending on how I feel, and see what happens. So we took out the Dubwool, which is good. And next Pokemon that comes out is Glaceon. Okay, so right now we are stuck in Dark Pulse, but we can Dynamax to max Flare the Glaceon. That's the one thing about Dynamaxing. They actually, what I found out is that if you have any Mons that have the Specs, Scarf, or Choice Banded items, and if you Dynamax them, the Dynamax Pokemon actually neutralize the item that they're holding, which would be Choice Band, Choice Scarf, or Choice Specs. And you can actually go ahead and use a different move. So this is exactly why I went ahead and I Dynamax. So then that way I can actually get myself... Miracle doesn't affect on dark types. I guess he must have forgot. But, But that's one of the greatest things about Dynamaxing, is that, they neutralize the choice items, so that way you can go ahead and just use your normal attacking power. So Vish comes out, and this is perfect to where we can actually just go ahead and use Max Wimwind and actually lower the Vicious attack power. Goes for Dragon Rush. My Hydreigon avoids the attack. And we only put like a few little bit of speed investment into it, but we blow back the Dracovish. So he wasn't even really special defensive played. I'm guessing he was actually more of like I guess attack and speed. That's pretty sad. But we took down the first team, and I actually want to check out his team. So it was Choice Scarf, Dracovish, Assault Vest, Glaceon. Okay, that's why it stayed a little bit higher up. And then we had ourselves a Chesto Berry Double. Yeah, like I said, basically attack invested and speed. I knew that. Wasn't fully trained. The Glaceon was actually trained, and it actually had, like, you know, spread EVs for the first time. I've actually seen somebody actually spread EV their Pokemon, and the Double was actually fully trained in HP and defense. Wow. So we're back up to Tier 3. Choss. So it's actually a very, very widespread out team. Toxicity, Centiskorch, Chandelure, Cinderace, Lucario, and Gardevoir. This team is actually very, very weak to Gastrodon. I can actually see that happening, and Gastrodon being with the hold of the Rindo Berry actually really, really helps. And also having Recover as well too was actually really, really valuable. And with my Mimikyu actually holding like the Life Orb actually would really help. And then I can actually put Charizard as a back burner. So I'm gonna go with, actually what I'm gonna do is actually put my Gastrodon first, Charizard as the second, and then Mimikyu as the last. But it can always just go ahead and I can change that. So depending on his first pick, it all sets to that. So I don't know what Mon he's gonna come up with first, but if I really had the choice, okay, it's been chosen for me. So he brings up Lucario as his first Mon, and it wasn't a Love Ball. So what I'm gonna do, actually, being Lucario, having a fighting steel type, he does get Thunder Punch as an accessible move, but I doubt that his Lucario is going to have that. So what I'm gonna do is actually just go ahead and switch into my Charizard, and hopefully he might use something like as a priority move or whatever. And I'm pretty sure that this Lucario is actually just attack and speed infested. But what I am going to do is actually gonna kick up a max. No, what I'm actually gonna do is actually, okay, Earthquake, and it doesn't affect me, so that was actually a better play. So I don't want to Dynamax just yet. I know Lucario is actually very, very frail as a Mon, so I'm gonna go for the Flamethrower and hope for the chance of a burn. So he actually withdraws, and he brings out Centiskorch, and he might have Flash Fire. It's a shiny. Okay, so that was actually a better play on his portion. So it was actually Flash Fire. So it actually is. It's actually gonna give me a hard time. So what I'm gonna do actually now is actually Max Rimwind, because I'm already locked into flamethrower. Get some extra health. And I'm gonna max Brimwind. And I knocked that Cinder Scorch pretty good, about like maybe 75%. So his attack power fell. It goes for the Fire Lash. Alright, so that's actually very good. And my defense goes down, but his attack goes down too, so we're basically at the neutral state. So I'm gonna go ahead and max Rimwind again. His attack power goes down once again, and he Fire Lashes. And this is actually going to be perfect, because what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to max Rimwind. I'm going to knock out the Cinder Scorch. And then let's see what Mon he's going to come up with next. Whatever Mon comes out next, which would be Lucario, I can... well, actually, I'm back to my neutral Charizard state, which is actually very good. So I think the best option is to actually just... what? Okay, that's fine. Well, I could just go ahead and just flamethrower. Goes for extreme speed. Hit him with the flamethrower. Ooh! He held on. So what I'm gonna do now is actually switch out my Charizard and bring out my Mimikyu. And it doesn't affect it because, you know, Mimikyu's a ghost type. And fighting type moves are not going to be effective on it either. And since he's got to use Earthquake, Disguise goes off, and I actually go ahead and use Drain Punch instead of actually just using Swords Dance. And with the Life Orb actually, you know, giving me only 1%, only 1 health, 1 HP, you know, it really helps out a lot. So the next mon he comes out with is Gardevoir. Okay. So I know for a fact that Gardevoir is pretty physical, or not, it's very special. So he actually goes ahead and Dynamaxes his Gardevoir. He might go for the max Mindstorm, if I really had to make the guess. Or he might go for a different move. So I go for the Shadow Sneak. Actually get some good damage off. He goes for the max Starfall. Okay. Mimikyu, you beast! Are you for real? Wow. That actually... Mimikyu actually withstood that. So, okay. That only goes for Dragon-type moves. So I can use another Shadow Sneak. And I know for a fact that my Mimikyu is actually going to faint. So I get another Shadow Sneak off. Since my Mimikyu actually lost HP, lost to the Life Orb, the Max Mindstorm actually won't go ahead and hit me. And now, since I know that I'm faster than a Gardevoir with my Charizard in play. So it had Trace. Okay. So I go for the Blast Burn, and I take down the Gardevoir. Nice. All right, that's the second time. That's the second opponent down. Wow, that's insane. And I know I'm doing pretty good. I want to check out this team because this team was actually pretty good. So it was actually Sash, Lucario, Leftover Cinderace, Wise Glasses. Okay. Life Orb Chandelure, Assault Vest Toxicity, and Heavy Duty Boots Centiskorch. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I knew it. Basically, attack and speed invested always, with always Lucario being always attack and speed invested. Same thing with Cinderace. Only speed invested? Huh. Could have at least went ahead and actually bulked up its defenses. Of course, speed and special attack invested always. Special attack and speed. HP and attack. You see, that's the one thing I'm not understanding is that some people just always go ahead and focus only on two. They always focus on two, depending on how much I've actually played Pokemon. Going up against Info. I have no idea how to say that name. Ooh, this team is actually... Oh, wow, wait a minute. This is actually the, Toughness team. Okay, so this actually might be a little bit more difficult. I can see my Gastrodon putting in a lot of work. Because it does have, like, pretty good, valuable defenses and stuff like that. And I also do see my Duraludon and Ferrothorn putting in a lot of work too. So what I am going to do is actually... I'm actually going to put in my Duraludon as the first mon, my Gastrodon as the second, and my Ferrothorn as the third. And with this team actually being somewhat weak to steel type moves and things like that, we can actually go ahead and assume that this team is actually not going to be that very good. And his league card said 252. Okay. So he sends out Rotom as his first mon. And I sent out my Duraludon. Okay. So this is actually an ideal situation for me. Since my Duraludon is actually not weak to fire-type moves, I can actually just go for the Stealth Rocks off the first turn. And since most of his other mons are actually physical attack users, if I were to go up against a mon that actually... okay, so he goes for the Overheat. Okay, so this is actually very, very ideal for me by actually getting the Stealth Rocks up and ready. This actually might be a bad situation for me for actually bringing out these three. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and actually Dynamax my Duraludon at this point. And I want to see if this Rotom is actually a Choice Specs Rotom. Because I did a lot of damage. Because if it is, then I can actually stall out a couple of turns of this overheat. Yeah, it is. It is a Choice Specs overheat Rotom. So right now I can actually go ahead and actually switch out my Duraludon. I know I wasted my Dynamax, but the thing is that I really wanted to see if this Rotom was actually, you know, the thing that I wanted it to be. So it is 4 times weaker now. But I know for a fact that this Rotom actually has the Levitate ability. So I can go for the Sludge Wave and probably get off a poison. So it actually withdraws his Rotom and goes into Lax. So I'm gonna actually take out my Gastrodon and go with Ferrothorn. And he goes for the Double Edge. That's not that very effective against me. He takes some Iron Barbs, and he also take Rocky Helmet damage as well too. But hey, go ahead and use your little berry. I mean, that's all standards and stuff like that. But you still take that recoil. So now what I'm going to do is actually set up a layer of spikes for myself as well. This might be G-Max Lax. Okay, no. Actually, it's just regular Lax. It's actually D-Lax. Max Quake. Not gonna do that much. So now I'm just gonna go for the poison jab and hope for the poison. If he keeps going for these Max Quakes, it's actually gonna take out my Ferrothorn. But yeah, this portion of the team was actually not that very good. But those types of priority moves don't actually work on Dynamax Pokemon. That's the only downside to it. But hey, I mean... So basically, Ferrothorn was actually just there to go ahead and like actually stall out a couple of turns for me. So now my best solution is to actually go into my Gastrodon. So then that way I can actually go ahead and throw off some Ice Beams to recover. So my Gastrodon is faster than Snorlax. Yes, I get the freeze. Oh my god, and he thawed out. Oh, come on. So I'm gonna go for the recover. That's one of the main reasons why I went for recover. I'm going to stall it with recover. This is the only way I'm actually going to go ahead and win against this Lax. I got to keep stalling out with recover. As long as this Lax doesn't get like a crit or something, then I should be fine. Oh wow, he's got recycle. So this Lax is actually stalling out the turns too. I get that 10% chance of freezing, and it doesn't freeze him all the way, but he falls out. That was just ridiculous, though. He might go for the recycle. Oh, no, he goes for double edge. Wow. Yeah, there goes my Gastrodon. I messed that up. Yeah. Oh, well. I mean, that's just the way that the game is. You can't really complain. So it was Citrus Berry, Rotomus Choice Scarf, had Rocky Helmet, Hippowdon, Leftovers, Aegis Slash. Attack and defense. Huh. That's actually not bad. I mean, he did bring the right bond. Now see, if I would have actually gone after the Rotom a little bit better with my Gastrodon, maybe I would have been able to go ahead and... Oh, wait. That wasn't a ground type move, it was a rock type move. Oh my god, I messed that up totally. I could have just used a rock type move. But the thing is that if I would have just kept on going, I totally messed that up. Oh well. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna mourn over that. I forgot that Gastrodon's got a rock type move instead of a ground type move. Gotta remember that. Rez. And he's also rank 4. Oh gosh. We got the Evolite Corsola. Udge. Corsola being a ghost type, it's really hard. I think the best move situation that I'm going to do is actually get myself my Hydreigon to come out first. But my Duraludon actually looks very, very good against his team. So I want to go out with my Duraludon as the first choice, my Hydreigon as the second, and then I think my last choice, what I'm going to put out, would probably be the best choice with my Charizard. Because I can kind of see myself actually going ahead and throwing around like a couple of total default. Hero. Going up against a guy named Hero. Okay. He's actually got Rabombi, Gyarados, Centiskorch, Hydreigon, Excadrill, and Ferrothorn. So I actually do see my Duraludon putting in a lot of work. But the thing is that if he brings out Excadrill, it might be a little bit more of a problem. And Ferrothorn, I can actually, if it does have Iron Barbs, you know, I can always just bring out my Charizard. But he might actually go ahead and think about bringing out Centiskorch, because I think it might have Fire Flash as well. So I think what I'm going to do is actually bring out my Hydreigon as my first Mon, because it does have coverage for every single typing. Duraludon as my second, and Charizard as my third. Because I think that might actually be an actual ideal good situation for myself. Because my Hydreigon actually does have a lot of coverage with, you know, being as the first Mon to go out ahead and actually do some damage against his team. So, 26. Okay. So he brings up Ferrothorn as his first Mon. Okay. I don't know if this Ferrothorn actually has the Oka Berry, but we do have Fire Blast, and that's actually a good ideal situation for me. Hopefully I don't miss, and I don't. And he doesn't have the Oka Berry, and we one-shot the Ferrothorn. Wow. That was good. That was good. I like it. I like it a lot. He brings out Centiskorch. Okay. So this is the exact ideal situation that I thought of. So with Hydreigon actually able to use the Dynamax ability, I can actually return Dynamax and use Max Geyser to take out the Centiskorch. And that's actually going to be a best ideal situation for me. So then that way the Centiskorch won't be able to go ahead and take down my Hydreigon so quickly with a Bug-type move. And I am faster than Centiskorch due to the stat chain, due to the stats and stuff like that. And we almost blow back the Centiskorch with just one move. And with it raining, and he brings out a Citrus Berry? Yeah. And Coil. He actually wants to raise up his attack, defense, and accuracy. But that's not really going to help out with your ideal situation, my good sir. Because my Hydreigon is actually a special attack user instead of an actual physical attacker. So he actually withdraws, and he goes into Gyarados. Ooh. Ooh, shiny Gyarados. It might have the Moxie Boost ability. Okay, no it doesn't. It actually yeah, wait, no it does. It does have the Moxie Boost ability. So what I'm going to do is actually hit him with the Max Rimwind. So then that way, if he tries to take out my Hydreigon, it won't be, it will be a little bit more harder for him to take him out. So he actually Dynamaxes his Gyarados. Okay. He wants to get some of that juicy health back that he lost. So it's a Moxie Boost Gyarados. I wonder if it's Choice Scarf. And he goes for Max Guard. That was actually a smart play on his behalf. So with this Gyarados actually being... This might actually be a dumb idea, but I'm willing to take the risk. Max Overgrow. Huh. I really wasn't expecting a Max Overgrow. Oh, he's Life Orb. Oh, okay. So he's actually Life Orb. Life Orb Gyarados with Moxie Boost. So I'm actually faster. This might actually be a little bit... This might actually hurt a lot. Oh my god, my Duraludon stood on 8. Duraludon, you beast! Weakness policy comes off. Attack and special attack get raised up sharply. Rain stops. And thanks to the Max Overgrow, I actually get a little bit of HP back. So the Gyarados is actually not speed infested. That's actually that's actually very, very weird. Usually a lot of people actually go ahead and use speed with their Gyarados, but apparently this guy doesn't. So my Thunderbolt goes off and it actually takes down the Gyarados. And his last mon that he actually brought out will be his Centiskorch. Okay, so his Centiskorch is actually almost completely down. So we could just go for a T-Bolt because why not? And we take down the Centiskorch. And we defeated Hero. Wow. We 3-0'd. I really want to save that. So his Ribombee was Focus Sash. His Gyarados was Life Orb, which is actually very, very weird. Centiskorch was actually a Gigantamax Centiskorch. Ooh! Okay. With Citrus Berry. A Choice Scarf Hydreigon. Not bad. An Air Balloon Excadrill. Okay, if he would have brought out the Air Balloon Excadrill, then it actually would have been a little bit more harder. But then again, the Air Balloon actually goes ahead and just tells people like, hey, it's Air Balloon. So and then he had leftovers for Hawthorne. So then that's the reason why I took him down with one shot. So it was special attack and speed. It actually wasn't even invested. That Gyarados is actually pretty strong, Dan. Jeez. Well, no wonder. I mean, it was a special defense. Centiskorch was only HP invested. Hydreigon was actually a special attack and speed invested. His Excadrill was speed and attack invested. And his Ferrothorn was actually not invested in anything. Well, that's ideal. Yeah, I'm in the same ranking. Okay. Well, now we can go ahead and go into our casual battles. And I want to do some double battles with this team. This team is actually very, very good. Like, I was not really expecting this team to be so good. Especially with Hydreigon actually being like the foothold for this entire team. This is the one reason why I love Dragon-type Pokemon. A lot of people give Dragon-type Pokemon like a little bit less credit for what they're worth. But I really love myself some Dragon-types. Hamlet. Okay. So he has Inteleon, Lucario, gotta watch out for that Ditto, Charizard, Cinderace, and Dragapult. So he's got himself 3 starter Pokemon, and I only have 1. And I actually do see my Charizard putting in a lot of work against this team. and my Gastrodon, actually, too. My Gastrodon actually looks very, very tremendous against this entire team. So, I haven't really gotten to the point where I've actually known what double battles would be pretty good. But what I can tell you is that my Gastrodon and my Duraludon are going to be the first. And then my Charizard and my... I'm going to say my Mimikyu... No. Actually, my Hydreigon actually would be pretty good. So... So we finished the battle tower as well. That's why he's got the outfit. Ditto and Lucario. Oh, wait. That's one of the reasons why I went ahead and I switched. So we switched into my Hydreigon. Okay, I'm actually screwing this up right now. What I wanted to do was Dynamax and Max Flare the Lucario. And then I'm going to Dragon Claw the Ditto. Because since his attack and... Or actually, since both of his defenses are down since he used that close combat, this is actually going to go ahead and hurt a lot more. So the Dragon Claw comes off, and it actually does half damage. It's actually pretty good. And I know this is going to hurt my Charizard a lot. And he actually withstood that. Sweet. The Max Flare comes off, hits the Lucario, and actually one-shots the Lucario. Nice. Okay. Sends out his own Charizard. Okay. So this might actually not be an ideal situation. So what I'm going to do is actually reverse the situation and actually take out my Charizard from this fight and bring out my Duraludon. And he actually Dynamaxes Charizard? Yeah. So he's G-Max Charizard. Oh wow, this is gonna be insane. So I max Geyser. Oh wow, this Charizard is actually like very, very bulky. So now I'm gonna actually max Rim Wind. And then I'm actually gonna Thunderbolt. Hope for a para. Duraludon is holding on. Oh my god, this Duraludon is insane. And I take down the Ditto. And actually, Charizard's attack power goes down. I'm not really sure if this Charizard is actually a special attacker or a physical attacker. But whatever it is, it's actually very, very ideal for me to actually go ahead and do whatever I can in order to take down this Charizard, because a G-Max Charizard is not a great ideal situation for me. So I get a T-Bolt. Can I get a para? Nope, don't get a para. Man. Sunny. And Teleon. Okay. Okay. So actually what I'm going to do is bring out... Oh, wow. I forgot. Okay, so... So I'm actually going to switch up my Duraludon and bring out my Gastrodon. I knew that. It's a good thing I did go into my Gastrodon. Ah, no! No, Hydreigon! No! Charizard, you may only have 5% of health. Only 5 health, but I'm hoping that your Choice Scarf does enough for me at this point. Oh, man. This is just insane. I have to get that off. And I gotta recover. And hope for the best. So my Charizard does use a Thunder Punch. And I take down the Charizard. Oh my gosh. It goes for the Hydro Pump and takes down my Charizard? Yes. Okay. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Gastrodon goes for the recover. Go for the T-Bolt plus the Sludge Wave. Goes into my Gastrodon? Oh, that's when you messed up, man. You should have went for Duraludon. Oh my gosh. And with the Sludge Wave, it doesn't affect Duraludon. Gastrodon seals the deal and winning it. Oh my god. Woo! I was not expecting that. This little video for these Wi-Fi battles. I mean, I haven't done so great in a Wi-Fi battle in such a long time, it's actually very amazing for me to actually like feel accomplished enough to actually go ahead and say that I did something good. So if you guys go ahead and enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. And we will be back for more Pokemon Shield next time. Peace.